Now the car follows the path, but we don't have any steering, so we don't have any automatic steering. We still want to give the animator control over the steering that they have, but when this car comes up to any corners on the path, we really want to be able to make it turn itself or steer itself. So to do this is relatively simple. Let's grab this first point that we have and just hold down shift and click and drag along. And actually, let's cancel that. Let's do from a top viewport. So I'm going to press my T key. I'm going to just zoom into it. And I'm going to hold down shift and click and drag. And I'm going to position it closely over the top of the front wheels. I'm just going to make a copy, and that's okay. Back in my perspective viewport, by pressing P, this should already have the animation on, so as this car moves around, it's going to move along with it, which is great. And that's exactly what we need. So we need this one to be the controller for how this is going to steer. I need one more point helper, so I'm going to go back to my create menu, to helpers, to point, just create another one. I'm just going to make this a cross. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do Shift and A, so align it up to the back point. Just going to move it somewhere in the middle between these. You could be really specific if you want to. I'm not going to worry about it too much. And with that done, I'm just going to use my select and link tool, and I'm going to parent it into the hierarchy for this back one. So in fact, what's going to happen is as this moves along, it's going to come along just fine with the controllers, with the point helpers. And what I want to do is on this guy, just want to go to animation, constraints, look at constraint, and I'm going to get to look at this front point helper. So what's going to happen now is when we come up to a turn, for instance, just scroll down and get one on the screen, you can see that this is looking at this guy. So wherever this guy goes to, if I move this along the path a bit, it's going to keep pointing at it, which is great. That's what we want. This is going to give this guy down here some form of reference for wheel rotation. So let's move it back to frame 0. Let's zoom in on the car. And let's see where this is parented into. So just going to press F4 to turn on edge faces, and with the steering selected, just going to press page up, and you can see that he is parented in to the main root controller for the car itself. So I'm going to create one more point helper. Let's turn on a point, and that's fine. And I'm going to hit Shift and A, and he's going to, actually I'm not going to hit Shift and A this time. Instead of doing the quick align, I'll do the full align. So just clicking and holding on here, going down to the align tool, and I'm going to align it to the steering. And I'm going to go pivot to pivot. Position is going to be XYZ, and the orientation is also XYZ. I'm going to OK that. And with that done, I'm going to parent the steering up to the point we just created. That point is going to go back to the root control. So everything's going to behave the same. If we rotate this, it's still going to do this. It's still going to rotate the wheels, and it's still going to move along just fine with the animation on the path that we have. However, with this done, I'm just going to grab our point that we newly created, go to animation, constraints, orientation constraint, constrain it to this middle point that we have on the path. You notice that we got a flip. Don't worry about it. Just in the the motion panel, scroll down, keep initial offset. And with that done, we can still rotate the wheels, but when we come up to any sort of cornering, so let's come up to a bit more crazy cornering up here, you can see, if I just manage to zoom in a little bit, that the wheels are automatically turning themselves as they go around this corner. So we can see the automatic steering already set up, and we can offset that as well if we want to make that bigger or smaller, whatever we need to. So that's the steering setup as well as it goes along the path. That's the steering setup, and we can also do the animation override as well. So that's pretty much all there is to it for the path constraint with the steering. Right now the wheels aren't turning as the car follows the path, so we really need to set up the auto wheel rotate in the next video.